how will this retrograde in Leo affect you personally? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia, here on A Moment Tarot for this Mercury Retrograde reading. There's going to be 3 main energies, and you'll be able to pick a card or pick a crystal if you would like to see which area, which energy will be affecting you the most or be more personalized for you at this time. And before we do that, I'm just going to quick go through what this retrograde is going to be like in general. So this retrograde is from July 18th through August 11th. And the previous retrograde was from March 15th through April 7th, where Mercury retrograded back from Aries into Pisces. And this was a time where the collective awakened souls were kind of like, okay, we're ready to kind of move forward into the physical life now with everything that we've kind of processed. But let's go back and figure out like all the things that we learned about ourselves spiritually, emotionally, all the things that we learned about the kind of healing we wanted to do, all the trauma that kind of came up, because a lot of people had to kind of sit in silence and kind of just do their inner work and like listen to their thoughts. They were forced to not just go and take physical actions, but they were forced into like a long Mercury retrograde period or long introspection period during COVID and everything. So it's like the whole collective, whether you're spiritual and aware and did it intentionally, this kind of inner work, or didn't and you were forced to do it, the whole collective was kind of forced to do some inner work and listen to their thoughts and listen to their soul and their spirit and like what they wanted to work on and how they want to improve their life. So in general, Mercury retrograde is about reflection, visiting past projects, reconnecting with people and ideas from the past. So that's kind of what's going to happen. I always said that Mercury retrogrades are kind of like a built-in reset, a time to be introspective that is built in by the universe for the collective. This year, we only have 3 Mercury retrogrades in 2025, which is the norm. That's typical. But the last couple years, we had 4 Mercury retrogrades. So you can tell, like, even the energies built in by the divine. It's like this was a time for the collective to kind of push forward into more spiritual living, more intentional living. Because the last one is in November, so that's going to be a good introspective time too. For me, I'm getting a lot of light workers, a lot of spiritual folks. Like November is going to be a good time to kind of just like finally just focus on yourself because there's going to be so many things happening outwardly in the world, in your country, around you, that you're going to be so busy with your soul mission stuff. But November is going to be a great time to kind of focus back on yourself for a little bit before you push forward much fully in your soul mission. And of course, around Mercury retrograde, there's like tech issues, communication issues, and travel issues. So you just want to be aware when it comes to those things that if it wasn't already planned, that you might want to, try to plan it so it's like of minimal issues. If there's anything that you need to do, like just be aware it might be something more difficult. I didn't always want to think about like, oh, tech issues, everyone's always like Mercury retrograde, my phone's not working or the internet's not working or whatever. And today, while I was sitting down to do this reading, I had to edit a video, upload the video, and then I had to use like Google Docs, and like I had to use like this web browser, and like everything was like so slow, not working. I had to redo the file, I had to redo the export, like everything. This is like, okay, you know what? This might be a very important Mercury retrograde. This year, all the retrogrades that were like super, super potent. Because it's the number 9 year, we're finishing up big things to start big new things as a collective. And then finally, this retrograde is in Leo, which is going to probably affect your self-expression, creativity, confidence, and how you present yourself. And for light workers, this is like kind of like you coming out of this hermit mode where you've been doing a lot of inner work, or kind of doing your projects kind of more secretly or privately, or kind of just doing more research and behind the scenes kind of work, and moving more out into the spotlight, more into the physical world, ready to start your soul missions. And for the collective, it's mostly getting back to life after COVID, but in a more purposeful, intentional, and more spiritual way, in a more conscious way. Okay, so let's start the reading. I'm going to pick some crystals or cards for each of these numbers if you want to pick something more personal to you. So we have the Lemurian quartz. Oh, that's so funny. I've been getting a lot of Atlantean and Lemurian type energies because I've been getting that this like big world event that's gonna like jumpstart this like great awakening. It's already kind of started, but this like main thing that's gonna like plummet the energies of a lot of people and put a lot of light workers to work on their soul mission, with this kind of like great big depression that's going to happen in the collective, that the light workers are going to be kind of in a bubble and protected from, because you've already been doing your inner work. I've been kind of guided to get the Lemurian quartz recently, so I should look at that. Okay, so the Lemurian quartz for pile 1, or energy 1, and then pile 2 is the rhodochrosite. Okay, rhodochrosite, which is a crystal of it's like red and rosy pink. It's for the bent and brokenhearted. It's for anyone grieving or needing to grieve, just, you know, from a major loss, or a relationship that's like kind of done, or an outdated idea of yourself. A lot of people are moving away from this like old version of yourself and like mourning the loss of the old version of yourself, or this old relationship, or a loss of actual like person or career or something, or like the home that you've been in for a long time. So I've seen this personally all around me. This is happening for real, like a lot. When your heart hurts and you feel all the feels, knowing that this will pass and you'll absolutely heal and love again when you're ready. So rhodochrosite, so like something that you love for a long time. It could be a person, it could be your old self, your old life, or even you know, a career or a house that you're moving out from, you know, a relationship for a lot of people. Yeah. Ooh, okay, so we got 2. We got jasper and ruby. Hope Spirit's not saying do another pile. Do you want me to do another pile, Crystal? Spirit? How many piles? 2, 5, 2, 2, and 6. Great. So I looked up the angel number 522 because it seems like that's kind of important to this reading, and it talks about big life changes coming through and new opportunities that will be the answers to some of your prayers, and stay focused. So this is a really good time. It's a really good Mercury Retrograde to stay focused and do what needs to be done, because there's going to be new opportunities coming through during or right after this. So it's like kind of get this done. It's like stop wasting time and energy resisting change. Embrace change and trust everything will work out just fine. I think that's like kind of the feeling of like the past ancient events of Atlantis repeating now with awakening. And there's also a feeling of letting go of past things and like being like in the grieving moment for too long. It's like just grieve it and it's like time to move on. Like I know there's a lot of nostalgia coming through. Like I feel like the industry, like there's like so many old like singing groups, pop stars, and movies that are being remade into this like new version, especially for like millennials, because I feel like millennials were the movers and shakers, like our Scorpions, our not Scorpions, our Pluto and Saturn and Uranus, and like all our major planets were kind of all in this kind of energy of we got to make changes. So like millennials onward were really big change. Like this is a generation where all of us, a lot of us, like a majority of us are going to be going through spiritual awakenings. There have been obviously in Gen X and boomers and the other generations, but like from the millennials, it's kind of been like, it's almost like across the entire generation, and then like the younger ones. But yeah, it's time to get rid of this nostalgia. You can see like the dark hats trying to keep people in the old nostalgic ways of being and living. But like this is where millennials, you know how it's like, you know those like TikToks where like millennials are waiting for the call, and like Gen Xers are like waiting for the call, like we're the boots on the ground, we're ready to go, we're ready to protest, we're ready to make change, we're ready to step up kind of thing. It's like, this is the call. This is the call. So like it's time to, like if you have anything that you're kind of holding on to nostalgically, which no longer serves you, and you're ready to like, you know, it's like start this new life, start this new energy on the planet, like it's time to kind of just grieve it, work through anything in the past stuff, and like you're gonna be ready to go after this. You're being called. And I did get like do 4 piles. I always do 4 piles. I'm like, can we do less than 4? And they're like, no. Okay. So the ruby and then the jasper. So the ruby is kind of very powerful. Something, anyone or something worth fighting for. Yeah. That kind of makes sense with the energy that I just channeled. And then the jasper is a bit of helping earth babies align to our core powers. City folk. When you rather be barefoot, pulling vibes from the earth below. White sand, green grass, yoga mat. When you want to get back into your body after a stressful week. Yeah, or a lit meditations session. So it's kind of for like people who are kind of like, you know, it's time. Like I feel like for a lot of light workers, obviously in starseeds and stuff, it's like you're gonna know like you're being called. Like you don't even need to like be told, like you know. But a lot of our fellow awakened souls who might have just started their journey or start just awakening now, they're gonna get this really strong pull to kind of start being out in nature more, meditating more, eating healthy more, like all the things that you do when you start your spiritual awakening. But not just people who are just starting to awaken, but all of us who just kind of already been through our initial spiritual awakening initiation and done a lot of our healing journey. We're even being told to kind of brush up on all these things, not in a very disciplined way that like some of these people who are just awakening need to be. When you first awakened, that you needed to be a little bit more disciplined in your spiritual practice. Now it's kind of more like, you know, meditate here and there, go for more walks, eat a little bit healthy when you feel like it's right to do that. Because you're just like brushing up on that stuff. You're just kind of getting back in the energy, getting back into that focus, because you're about to do a lot of important spiritual stuff. Beautiful soul. Okay. So if you need a minute to pick your energies, you can pick a major one and minor one if you want to. But all of these will be the collective energy for this Mercury retrograde. All right. So for the first energy, the Lemurian quartz, I'm just going to pull card for like what's the focus here, or what's the main energy here. Okay, I'm hearing shit's gonna hit the fan. There's gonna be a lot of chaos, disagreements, uncomfortableness. Whip, and the whip card is about hard work, Yeah, the whips are about arguments, addictions, decisions, passion. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. This is kind of what I've been seeing. A lot of people, even that I look up to as spiritual leaders, are getting really strong premonitions, visions, and channelings about this event coming up, and I've been getting it too. It's around the corner. Like I would expect, like September, October, for sure. September for sure, like September, October. It's here. These are the things that I've been like seeing, and my spiritual friends have been kind of feeling the energies of for like several years, getting more and more detail as we go. I got so many details and very like specific things that like light workers and starseeds and the collective are going to be doing, what it's going to look like physically in the world outwardly. Like so many specific details have been kind of corroborated that after I channel, like corroborated with other folks that I just listened to, and it's like this is happening, and it's like happening like the end of this year, which is crazy. It's like actually happening. There's gonna be a lot of truths coming out, but a lot of truths that you might not even be shocked that is coming out. But the main thing here is that I keep seeing 1111, and like people feel like, oh yeah, 1111, like it means good luck, right? But like for me, I just got that, like, because this is the 11 card here. 11, like 4 ones in a row, it still equals 4, which for me is like kind of physical work. It has to do with your home, making like, putting in work and in regards to your home. And then the ones, the 1 is like taking action, getting inspiration, changes. It's like getting to work and making changes based on your intuition, inspiration that comes and hits you in regards to your home, in terms of making physical changes, changing things around your environment, in your physical reality. So it's like getting to work. And a lot of times that inspiration, that like courage, the motivation to get to work is usually because of something that you don't like, something that's unsettling, something that's like, I need to get out of this negative energy, or get out of this like chaos, or I need to make order from this chaos, or things are breaking down, let me build it back up but better. There needs to be change. Like there's like so much obvious, like slap you across your face changes that you need to make immediately. That's like, okay, this is a time for change. So that's why I'm getting a little bit of like chaos, confusion, combativeness, like an addiction came up. Like, oh my gosh, like that's going to be a big thing. People facing their demons, facing their fears, facing their bad habits, and not just like for you personally, but like people around you. And if you're someone who's been working on this or been aware of this, imagine all the folks who aren't aware of it, haven't faced it, haven't acknowledged it within themselves. That's going to be crazy, right? So that's kind of the focus. And then like, what can you do? I want to do one more card for the focus here. Hand of cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. Okay. I am getting kind of this energy of like being strategic, looking at your options, and taking a chance. This is going to be the catalyst for a lot of people wanting to kind of do something different. Okay, so what can you do? Community, reach out to community. There's going to be a whole lot of people wanting to like create communities that can help a specific issue or problem, and there's going to be a lot of people who are reaching out to community in order to kind of get help, if that makes sense. I'm getting like kind of like AA groups, or kind of like a group help type of meetings, like people coming together who had a similar type of loss to kind of help each other through the grieving process. There's going to be a lot of light workers and starseeds running those types of programs. There's a lot of light workers and starseeds who are going to be coming together to form their own communities in order to focus on a specific issue that they can help or a specific community that they can help. It's going to be very boots on the ground, helping literally the people around you and the people that you know and the people that you have a connection with. So a lot of people are going to be connecting to community for their own self, like healing. And a lot of people who are coming together to promote self-healing methods and programs and, like, you know, ideas for others. So it's like, it affects, this energy affects the whole collective, but it depends like what side you're on. You might be in both. You might be in one. You might be in the other, depending on where you are in your journey, you know. Okay, and then what will come of this? Like, what will come of this energy if you kind of follow through with this? Marriage. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So this is soul family coming in for you. So I am definitely getting like this type of energy where this will kind of lead to a lot of divine partnerships coming together, a lot of soul family coming together, because it's time to kind of reach out to your community, reach out to like-minded people who can make these types of changes. You probably already have you've probably already healed yourself or helped heal others. You're probably in a healing kind of line of work or kind of in a creative line of work, you know, whether it's art or music or therapy, or even if you were in the medical field, or if you're in nutrition, or, you know, a health related field, like whatever you're in, you already, or whether you did it for your career or your job, or you did it as a side gig, or you just did it for yourself, you have some sort of knowledge, knowledge base that can help with this. And that's like the community you're going to be coming together with. For some of you who are more advanced, it's going to be people who are, you know, well versed in multiple modalities, multiple skill set levels. And for others, it's going to be more specific and refined. And that's great too, because then you could push that field, that line of work further. And then for others, it's kind of like coming together in order to be around people who need to heal the same things, so you can be around each other and help each other. And that's why this Great Awakening is meant to be kind of experienced by the collective. A lot of us who did our spiritual awakening before this Great Awakening, we kind of mostly did it by ourselves. And as more and more people awaken, there's going to be more and more resources from the people who awakened before us. But this grand awakening, is their awakening experience is going to be different in that they're going to be mostly doing it together. So that's why the groups come along, and that's like, yeah, it's a little bit different for them. Okay, so next, what's going to come of this? Energy, got marriage, the Empress. Yeah, so because you've already kind of worked on your divine feminine energy, which is your spiritual, emotional, mental health, working through your triggers, healing, purging, doing your ancestral karma and bloodline karma, and figuring out who you are and what your purpose here. You did all like the spiritual work. You get to now enjoy that with a partner and soul family. So not only is the Awakening Collective coming together with other people they can do the healing together with, but those who, light workers, starseeds who already did a lot of that healing on their own, are going to be coming together with other people who have already done that type of healing. So you can see kind of the scale here, and it doesn't mean like you're just one or the other. You could be somewhere in between. Okay. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards before we wrap this energy up. Okay, how are people going to be feeling? 8 of Snow, stuck. Yeah, it's just like stuck energy. It's like, okay, we've been stuck. Now we need to make change. We have to move forward. This is not okay. Things are happening. We have to take the chance and risk doing something new, taking a new chance, facing these fears and demons and negative energy and whatever. Okay, and then in terms of what to do, the path, everyone's kind of figuring out their path right now, and I've been doing a lot of like light work around people who are just around me and helping people. Like I've been crossing paths with a lot of people who I've been helping with just conversations or tarot, figuring out what their next steps are, figuring out their path for the next year or so in terms of relationships and career and money and all this kind of stuff. I've been just coming across a lot of people that I've been helping with their path, and I've been also doing a lot of inner work, specifically recently after I finished my healing journey, my initial spiritual awakening cycle that spanned several years, like what to do next. So I've been working on my path and helping others figure out their path as well. So, and that's going to be a collective thing. Like everyone's kind of figuring out what's next, what's the next, what's our path, what's next. And that's going to be a big thing people are going to be focusing on. And that this Mercury retrograde specifically is going to awaken a lot of people too. This is the time of soul missions. This is where people are getting their soul missions. August, end of July into all of August, people are getting their soul missions. That's my predictions. That's what I'm saying. And then the last, what will come of this energy, or focusing on this energy, the quest. Plunge boldly into life. This is a time to kind of just step into it. This is the time, the path. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling all this like this is the time to take a risk and move forward and do the thing and live life and like do all the things in life that I was planning to do, wanting to do. This is the time. Okay, so that second energy here, or second pile, second crystal here is a rhodochrosite. Oh my god. Rhodochrosite. It's like the mix between like rhodonite and like something else. I'm just like getting the pronunciation. I just finally got my first rhodonite, but and red jasper. Yeah, those are two crystals I've been kind of like being drawn to recently. And this kind of reminds me of a mix of the two. Okay, so what's the focus here? Taking a risk. Okay, so Temperance in reverse, Patience card. When it's in reverse, for me, it means like taking a risk, which is very similar to the first energy. So we're taking a risk left and right, or getting prepared to take risks, or maybe it's, Mercury retrograde is like, don't make any big, like, action in terms of starting something new, a new venture, a new business, a new relationship, a new this or that, buying a new home. But I feel like it's kind of like, if it's a very brand new thing that's going out into the external world, like maybe hold off on it, starting something new. But like, I feel like if it's something that's like you can like think about, start planting the seeds, like kind of start it, but not officially start it, not make it public, not make it known, have it more private. Maybe it's just you and another person thinking about this, starting the brainstorming process or something like that. Like, I don't think you don't need to necessarily not start anything new, but like maybe keep it more private, or if it's more of a quiet launch, you know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of fine. I'm getting a beta version, like where you kind of launch something to just kind of refine it and edit it before you really put it out there. I'm getting that's good. That could be good. But also brainstorming it, or like starting it but not putting too much marketing in it yet, or something like that. Like, I'm getting like, that's fine. Just thinking of the idea, setting it up, like getting all like the profile set up or everything before you launch. Like, I feel like there's like, it's not like you don't need to start anything new. I just feel like it needs to be like a quieter, softer, or more private at first. Like, that's fine. Even if it's like starting a relationship, like maybe it's a relationship that you start kind of like quietly, slowly, or privately at first, you don't want everyone to know. You're trying to figure it out yourself, or you just kind of want it to be like quiet and just the two of you, very peaceful. Because I do feel like it's okay to do these things, but it's like, but in like a different form, not like very loud, bold, and out there. Even though it's like a Mercury retrograde in Leo, I feel like this is like, you getting ready, like you getting the confidence before you put this business out there, or before you put this relationship out there, or these new life choices, these new changes. Like before you go telling everyone or put it out there physically, like it's okay to start it, but maybe keep it to yourself for a bit. Like that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Because I'm getting like risk, yeah. Like you'll want to take risks, but like light workers are going to be very, very guided to like keep it quiet. Whereas the people who are just awakening, it's going to be beneficial for them to kind of show these outward changes, risks, and big decisions they're making to others, so they can find their people, their group of just awakening friends that they can do this work with. So it's like different based on like how much inner work you've done. Rider, yeah, passion, speed, news, unexpected message, moving forward. Yeah, I feel like you want to make moves. I do feel like there's like really great opportunity, at least one big one, if not more, that you might want to take action on. Like, it doesn't matter that it's Mercury Retrograde. This is something you want to take action on, but it might be something that you want to keep quiet just because it's unexpected, or it's like a very big change, or something that you kind of want to settle into the idea of before telling others, kind of thing, or kind of keep it just more private. But there is some big opportunity that you might want to take action on coming through. What kind of energy is this for you? The Emperor. Wow, we got the Empress here, and then we got the Emperor for you. Wow, this is the vast network. Okay, this is like this is the opportunity that's going to set you up. This is the opportunity that's going to set you up with, a vast network of other spiritual folks, other spiritual friends, community, soul family, or people that you can collaborate with on spiritual projects. It could also be new business connects. It could be this is a job that lands you like the role of your life, that like gives you the ladder, that gives you the path to move up or move into your whatever you need to do, that opens up your options in terms of career, opens up like maybe even going into something very specific that's not even like out there. Like this is that opportunity. This is a relationship, this is a friendship that kind of opens up your world to your new lifestyle, new people, new experiences, new places. Like this is the opportunity that opens everything up for you. So it's very, very important. Okay, so what can you do? What can you really do to kind of take advantage of this energy? Okay. Four of Pentacles, security. Yeah, it's like this is something you want to secure down, but maybe not tell other people for a reason. This is very, very important to your security and your stability and your long-term success and long-term security. Best not tell everyone yet, Oh, wow, and the Moon card wanted to come up. Shadow work. Yeah, instead of like, because it came out in reverse and I got shadow work, I'm like, keep it secret. And it's not like you're keeping this secret for like any like negative reason. It's more just kind of like you worked your butt off for an opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity like this. Like it's going to be to your advantage to not tell people who might not be ready to hear it, who might slow down this manifestation, who might not be the best to consult about this situation because they're not in your type of frequency or energy. So that's the kind of heads up I'm getting from Spirit for you. Okay, what I'm getting, passion. This is something you can be very, 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 very much passionate about. And with all these cards coming out in reverse, this is something that's going to be happening very soon. And once it happens, it takes off. Okay, so you want to be, you're ready for this, but you want to know that like this isn't the time to go share it on social media, tell all your friends and family. Like if you have to tell someone, like someone you absolutely trust, maybe one, maybe two people, but that's it. You know, like people who might be able to help you like move, because this is like you're moving somewhere, or like that like live with you, so like you have to tell them your schedule or something, like your partner or something, or that is like your absolute best friend and confidant who will never tell anyone and is going to be happy for you no matter what you do in life, like that kind of person only. Okay. Passion, yeah. Instant chemistry, like each other equally, having fun, yeah. It's you and this opportunity, whatever it is, whether it's a person or a place or a situation, a job, whatever, it's so perfect and it's so you, and it's like so amazing to you. You feel like it's like a miracle that like you came across this opportunity that is like perfect. Maybe it's like the thing that's going to lead to the next thing, or this opportunity in itself is like the most perfect thing. You might not be able to tell if it's that perfect, but it is like you have butterflies in your stomach, you have this whole huge weight lift off your shoulders, you're smiling constantly because you know what this opportunity means, right? So that's the kind of energy I'm feeling. You know, like this is it. This is the thing that sets you up for life. This is the thing that's gonna, you know, that's going to, it makes your life. It's like it's that thing. So of course you want to keep it away from people who, even if they love you and you love them, they might not want, you know, it's like they might get jealous of it, a little bit envious, or, you know, might not be able to understand it at first or understand it at all, or may just be in a difficult place in their life, especially with this collective energy going on, that they can't be happy for you or want you to be as miserable as them. You know, be careful of that. That's what you want to look out for and avoid. So then what will come of this? What will come of this energy? Plane. Wow, okay. So a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. Yeah, you're like literally moving into a new cycle, a new life, a new dimension, a new energy. It's very obvious to you that this is actually what's happening. You know, it's gonna be very obvious. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like this opportunity comes up and like, wow, this is like lightning striking. Like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is it. This is where everything starts, right? And especially if you're a light worker starseeds, like you've been waiting for this. You get the call, you get the opportunity. You know, all the stuff that you've done, all the hard work you put in that was unseen, that people didn't really notice or didn't really get. It you get the results. You get the prize at the end. You get this was all worth it kind of energy. Okay. Couple more cards before moving on to the next energy. Yeah, King of Pentacles. And there is going to be a lot of security, stability, even financial stability, security, or increase coming in for you. This is just all around physically very good and setting you up for what's next, and you know it. And last card here. What can this help you with? What will come of this? Knights of the Round Table. Let their love lift you higher. I feel like you're the knight at the round table, because I feel like this is what you're passionate about as a light worker, as a starseed. You want to be in service to others using your passion. This is it. This is the thing. It's either the thing or the thing that leads to the thing. But like either way, this is like a huge, magnificent golden doors with a lot of filigree and divine details opening up with glowing golden white light shining through. You know, it's like these heavy doors that are like finally opening. That's like, you know, it's like a once in a lifetime type of energy. And this card wanted to come up at the same time. Never a crowd on the leading edge. Honor those who honor you. Yeah, and I'm also getting like, please, 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 please keep your energy to yourself. And only give this energy or this information to those that give to you equally. I don't know where I saw that. Oh yeah, passion. Like each other equally, give and take equally. So please, 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 please. They warned like maybe 15 times in this one energy under two. under the second energy, that please keep your energy to yourself, and please, please, please only give it to those who give equally, who can be happy for you, who there's no negative energy there, not even like unintentionally, you know. Keep it private, and if you don't know, don't say. You have to be absolutely certain if you want to share this type of news, and please keep it minimum. Please keep it a very, very minimal amount of people, at least for this Mercury retrograde. Okay. Okay, so the next energy here. What's the focus? What is this other third energy? Okay, going home. Going home. I'm hearing this home energy. It feels really right. It makes sense because if you're not feeling that home energy, you're gonna do what you need to do to move into that home energy. And a lot of people who started their spiritual awakening, they felt like they weren't home, and home was like this type of 5D energy where you get to use your creativity and passion and work with like-minded souls to kind of help others, help the world, and use your passions to kind of leave a legacy in the world. And looking around you and being like, my life is not like that right now, and then breaking down everything in your life in order to feel that home energy. So a lot of light workers are moving into that 5D energy. That process already started. You're kind of already there. It kind of coincides with this pole shift that's happening, which is going to last however long it does, but it already started. So light workers have already been moving into the 5D, and everyone else is going to be starting to work on that and also work towards moving into 5D. So I'm getting moving home is energy. I definitely feel this kind of specifically for light workers. It's like you're moving into that energy like much more potently, like you're more on that 5D line, like over the 5D line rather than 3D. Whereas a lot of people who are just awakening, they're in the 3D, but they're getting glimpses of 5D. You know, throughout the spiritual journey, you get like glimpses, and you're in that 5D mindset more and more until you're fully in it. More times than not. That's when I say you cross the threshold into 5D. It's like when you're more in 5D than not in your energy. And people are like, oh, 5D isn't in a location. Like, yes, it is. Because then you start to have high frequency things around you in your environment, in the home, in the land that you choose, and the people that you have connections with. You do create 5D physically around you. That 5D bubble, guess what? 3D people or people who can't sustain it for a long time can't enter that bubble. Okay, unless they're in that 5D energy. Okay, anchor. Yeah, you're anchoring in the 5D. I love that. Yes, you're anchoring in the 5D. We got the 35. Destination. This is the second to last card of this deck, by the way. So we have destination, grounded, work, goals, long-lasting legacy stuff. People, this is soul mission stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like in August, end of July into August, people are getting their soul missions. This I knew. I'm like, this Lionsgate is gonna be so powerful. This August is gonna be so powerful. Anchoring in your legacy, your soul mission, your life projects, your life purpose. That's what's happening. It's crazy. Like, I feel like so many people have been saying that for like years, but it's like it's actually happening now. Like, it's go time. Like, spirit is like not chopping up the words. They're like specific. Now this is happening. Details. Like, it's like here. Okay, so this energy, the focus is 8 of Pentacles, carved by time. I love that. The Grand Canyon. I went to go see it last year for my birthday. Was it last year? No, 2 years ago now. Oh my God. Time flies. Yeah, carved by time. 8 of Pentacles, work, your soul mission work, legacy work. That's what's coming in. Yes, let's celebrate. I'm like, why aren't people more excited? Okay, so let's see. Like, because you need proof. We've been told this so many times, I'm hearing. Like, no, this is happening now. Okay, what can you do? What can you do at this time to take advantage of these energies? Scarcity mentality, and it came out face down, the Seven of Cups. Feeling like if you pick this path, then you can't have this. But what are we going to do about money? What are we going to do about material wealth? Yes, spiritually, we're very abundant. But what are we going to do about food? What are we going to do about having a roof over our heads? And what are we going to do about, this and that? So I feel like people are finding that positive mindset, finding their life purpose, but they're like, but what about money? But what about food? But what about our homes? But what about our basic essential needs? Like, what are we going to do about that? And that's kind of be the main block, or the main thing to kind of heal at this time. So what's going to happen in regards to that? I've been doing that a lot too, because I've been getting more and more people cross my path that ask for a reading from me, or to have a conversation and stuff like that, a little small session, just like people I meet wherever I go. And it's I'm like, oh, I don't mind giving off free readings and helping people that I bump into. If I have the time and energy, for sure, I like to do that more than not. But then should I have to charge for readings sometimes, because I have to sustain my life, right? The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. And it's kind of funny because even though I took on more of this work, I'm like, but what am I going to do for money? And then I get the perfect, the universe always takes care of me financially. If I make the right moves, they'll bring in new clients, or they'll bring in a windfall, or some money I forgot about, or something like that. They'll always bring in some money. And when I choose to do my light work and be a service to others, and using my passions, my skills, my natural abilities, they always bring in the money. But it's I don't want to be living divine paycheck to divine paycheck, divine restitution, or divine gift for a job well done, to divine gift. I want to be able to have that security and stability beforehand, so that I feel comfortable living this kind of lifestyle fully, right? Okay, so the Phoenix, if something's going to change incredibly. So I'm getting new home, new energy. Boundaries in reverse. When boundaries are being set. In regards to what? Why? What? Burden. Letting down any burdens. And then I got the High Priestess, and using your intuition. Oh, okay. They're going to be asking to go into full spiritual trust, faith mode. Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, I'm getting make new memories, because you're in this new energy, and you need to make more memories of you not worrying about money, not worrying about material needs and abundance, and make more memories of feeling abundant, feeling at home, feeling in that new energy where you're not burdened by anyone, and you have your boundaries set with anyone who doesn't respect that energy out of your life. And they're just make new memories in the new energy, and it'll be easier to kind of be in that full faith, trusting your intuition, trusting source energy a lot more, because you're not in the 3D anymore. So in the 3D, using logic and being practical made more sense, but now you're in the 5D, where intuition and the logical side of you work in tandem, and there's more of an intuitive component. It's at least half. Your head and heart are in the same place. So it's kind of make memories with your head and heart in the same place, with and knowing that things will work out, and then seeing that happen, but still taking action as if that money or that material thing that you want still comes through. It's going to work differently in this energy. And so they're like, just keep making memories, just keep doing it. You'll see that your manifestations come through faster, that you have the right people come across your path. Whereas in the 3D, if you took a lot of action just intuitively, you might just see signs and synchronicities, and it's like, oh, you just gave me an idea but not a manifestation. You know, you put me on this right path, but you didn't give me like a ton of physical abundance. You just gave me a ton of divine support, like, you know. And like in the new energy, the 5D energy, you're going to see things manifest quicker in the physical. You're going to see, instead of in the 5D, in the 3D, where you were probably given obstacles to overcome and to learn a lesson and to give you a challenge and a little bit of chaos and static to get through. In the 5D, you're going to see that people come through that help you when you have an issue, and things work out for you and things align, and the signs and symbols actually lead you to a physical opportunity, person, situation, location, or something that's helpful. And it's like much more easier. So that's why Spirit's like, just be in this energy. Just be in this energy and just work with it. And then you'll see it like pick up, because like you'll like have confidence and belief that like you are this magical spiritual person, that it has this kind of like luck superpower come through, where things do come easier for you and manifest quicker. So it's just like, be in that energy, Spirit is saying. Okay, so how will this come to light? Well, what will come of this energy, and how will it look for you? Okay. Transformation. Okay. So, reach out for the power and strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. Literally exactly what I was saying. It was a more difficult concept to channel, even though I have channeled these messages, the same one, a few times recently this year. It's still very difficult because our mindset isn't there yet. We haven't fully embraced it. We haven't accepted this new energy yet, and fully, like, you might have a little bit more so than before, but like when you're fully in it, you like your manifestation ability is going to like skyrocket, right? That your ability to bring in abundance of all kinds, including physical and material abundance and financial abundance, is going to come through really quickly. But like, you just have to, you know, grieve the past, let go of the past, and then also accept this new version of yourself, and accept this your new spiritual gifts and prowess, your spiritual prowess, and your ability to manifest and be like, not like a walking god, but like more like a walking saint, or like a very powerful spiritual person, like believing it, knowing it, living it. It's more, yeah. You have the power and strength now. You made the changes. You just had to make the change in believing it, having full faith, go full crazy. You know, people are like, oh, like having spiritual psychosis and, you know, feeling like you're crazy, having this much faith and putting this much into your faith and your belief system and the spiritual stuff. And I feel like that crazy too. But if there's a time to be like, go I heard full retard, excuse my language, but full crazy, like full insanely airy-fairy spiritual, this person's off their rocker, not just a black sheep, but like cast it out of humanity type of energy. It's now. It's now. Like, I've been feeling like crazy, but like as I've been kind of like jumping more and more into this energy after I finished my like healing journey, it's becoming more and more easier to have more faith. You have to like tell yourself like multiple times, right? The first time you hear it, you're gonna be like, fuck no, that's crazy. No, absolutely not. Like, are you sure you want me to go full 100% insane spiritual crazy? No. The second time you hear it, it's like, okay, well, I heard that before, but still that sounds a little bit crazy to me. And I hope the word crazy isn't triggering you, because I want you to know, like, I think it's crazy too. Everyone thinks it's crazy. This is what sets apart people who are mentally ready and mentally not ready, you know? These are like, this is what separates the people who push their mental boundaries to a point where they can push it to the limits and not go crazy and go off their rocker, and people who can't and would put into a mental institution because they just push their mental energies too far. You have been pushing your energies, your faith, your perceptions of the world, your ability to see so many different types of realities and perceptions and life in different ways and ideas. You've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it without going crazy. So that's how you know that you can do it. So then the third time you hear it, it's like, okay, like maybe I can do that for a short period of time and see how that happens. I'm a scientific mind, you know, why not experiment? You know, and then the fourth time you hear it, you're like, okay, yeah, this is something I should probably do. The fourth or fifth time, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm ready to do this. This is the right thing to do. So that's why I feel like if you're hearing this message a lot, that's why you're ready to make this transformation into full 5D. Which is even still, like, most of the time, 51% 5D than not, which is still hard for a lot of even advanced light workers to do, right? Okay, and then, yeah, so what will come of this energy? Yes, the path will open for you. Everything will open, and you'll know what to do. You'll have more clarity, and you'll just be like, okay, like it's gonna be easy if you just have full faith. Like all the ideas and clarity are gonna come through much easier. And maybe before you had a lot of discernment tests with your intuition, with your spirit guides, and your higher self, but you don't have those discernment tests anymore. Now, when they tell you like do this, or hey, maybe you have the free will to make these two decisions. This will happen if you pick this path. This will happen if you make this decision. It's going to be very clear and less like, let me try to trick you. Let me try to test you. It's more like full faith in your intuition, or, you know, like 95% faith fully in the intuitive messages and pings that you get, downloads that you get. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's going to get easier. And like this clarity isn't going to be like, do I pick this or that? It's like going to be very obvious. It's like, I have a decision to make. Just being aware of it and then asking your guides, like, hey, can you give me some advice on this? You get it. There's no like, well, it's up to you. Well, if you do this, it's like, it's going to be very clear. Especially next to the High Priestess Intuition card. Okay, then the last card here before we jump into the last energy. There's no place like home. So on point. This whole reading has been so very intuitive. I just got hit with like guided to do this reading, and it, like I knew, I'm like, this is gonna hit. And it's kind of funny because I always do readings that are between like, you know, an hour 15 to hour 30, hour 40. I'm like, this is the type of reading I do, and try to shorten it. Nope. You got to stick with what you know you do best and the way that you do it best. Okay. There's no place like home. Nestle into the sweetness. Feel all that sweetness. Lightworker. Beautiful soul. Starseed. Like, just feel it. You're in the sweet lands. That you made it. The grass is greener here. And it's not going to feel like, I do feel like for some people it's going to be a little bit more difficult letting go of your old self in the 3D. But once you kind of get more into the 5D energy and just kind of like feel into it and like accept it, because that's the only thing. If you don't accept this new energy, you're going to be holding on to the grass is greener on the other side. Like 3D, where there's no issues, it was so easy, clear cut. People told us what to do and we just did it. You know, it was more superficial, maybe it was more indulgent, whatever. And then you step into 5D. Like, if you don't accept 5D and being like, oh, you can still indulge in ways, you can still, you're going to be happy with working out your passions, and it might look different than when you're a 3D life. You might just be holding on to your 3D life because you understand it more, you have more experience in it, more like life experience in this specific lifetime in it. So just, it's more comforting, and you understand it. It's easy. Even if you don't agree with it, it's just easier to understand. But until you accept the 5D and be willing to throw away the old and your old self and your old life and your old beliefs and fully accept the 5D, it's not going to accept you. You're not going to accept it. You're not going to be fully in it. You're not going to be fully getting these powers and this intuition and this clarity. You have to fully accept it, fully have faith, and fully dive into the 5D. You know? All right, so let's look at the fourth energy, the last energy here. I'm kind of feeling kind of like so much energy. I don't know if it's because I've been fasting for a very long time. I'm clear-headed from being on keto. It's also the day that I'm recording this is when Mercury goes into retrograde, and it's also a portal day. So a lot of strong spiritual energy. Very happy I'm doing this reading. All right, so this fourth energy, what is it? Fourth thing you focus on, the Lovers, and this card wants to pop up too. Okay. The Lovers card and the Four of Cups. And the Snake. Intelligence. I got it. All right. So this is energy of finding someone who is on the same page as you. This might be a very high level soulmate connection, or a medium to high level soulmate connection. Not feeling like, should I connect with this person? Should I make them my friend? Should I have romantic interest in them? Or should I just keep it as a soulmate that you cross paths with, right? Soulmates can come in all different energies. They're just past life connections. They can come in romantic ways. They can come through family. They can come through a mentor-teacher type energy, or it can come through as friends, as enemies, just people who push you into the next thing, or to heal something, or to finish off karma, whatever it is, right? So I do feel like most people are going to find like a medium high to high level soulmate connection come across their path at this time. But at this point, this person seems very 7 is also the number of intelligence, and the Snake here, very smart. They're on your level of intelligence. Whatever you study, they study something similar or parallel to what you have. It's very complementary to what you have acquired in terms of your research, your what you studied, your knowledge base, what you've been curious about and watched videos on and read articles about, read books, listened to books about, you know. Cunning, distractions, duplicity, and rivalry. There's a little, yeah, that's what I'm getting. There's a little bit of energy because the Lover's card came out upright instead of in reverse. Reverse would have meant like, yeah, this is the one. Here, if you have a choice, right? It's like, should you be friends with this person? Should you go out with this person? Should you work with this person? I do feel like this person is put on your path to work with. And that's why there's an energy of like, instead of jumping into something, it could be a platonic person if you already have a romantic partner. It could be like a friend or a potential coworker or teacher mentor. You might be the teacher mentor student. They might be the teacher mentor student. It could be a coworker, or it could be like a boss or employee, like someone who works under you or someone who works above you. There's like a lot of different types of energy, but for the majority of you, if you're not in a relationship, if you're single, or even if you're not if you're looking for something romantic, I feel like this is like a potential romantic interest, but it feels like there's so much to uncover in terms of communication, in terms of intelligence, in terms of information between the two of you, that there's like a little bit of a pause with this becoming anything more. Even with a friendship situation, it feels like there's a bit of a pause, like not jumping into it, but being aware of the other person's intelligence, basically, and knowledge base. It's very comparable to yours. I feel like there's a meeting of the minds here. Okay, so what can you do? What can you do? Why is this person put on your path? And I mean, I'm getting specifically one person. So I get one opportunity specifically, and one person specifically, because I do feel like this is a retrograde time, but doesn't mean that new things aren't coming through, or new ideas or new people or new situations. But I feel like it's like minimal. I am getting at least one opportunity, and the opportunity could be a romantic situation with this person. But I do feel like it's something's, if it is, and it's like a 2-for-1. Like this person also comes with, I don't know, a job opportunity, a career opportunity, a financial opportunity, a living situation opportunity, a friendship opportunity, a new hobby, a new passion project opportunity, if this opportunity is this person, it comes with something else as well. But if this, but I feel like this opportunity could be also something separate from this person. But I do feel like there's two things that come in. And then one is literally related to one singular person, and one is definitely a opportunity in terms of something more physical that has to do with security. It can come through this person, it could be separate, but either way, there is two. And there is a specific person. Most it's going to be romantic, but otherwise it could be just platonic or more friendship based, or like a low level soulmate that you don't want to pursue a long-term romantic thing with, just kind of temporary thing. Or it could be a long-lasting thing, but I do feel like the other opportunity is a very long-lasting thing that will bring in more long-lasting energy. Okay, so let's see what you can do here. Okay, so first I got the Hermit fell on my lap. It says seek truth. So at this point, I feel like you're meant to kind of be by yourself. So even if there's like a romantic thing here, or like a really good friendship vibe here, like I feel like you're keeping them at arm's length, just because and I got this message also for Leo season. It's just kind of like you're getting in a lot of success and opportunities, and maybe even people, but kind of like maybe one person. I'm not getting people until after Leo season, but like kind of focus on like you're getting all these success and opportunities and like changes in your life starting to come in. But the August season, you're meant to be kind of in a hermit mode one last time, just to see what decisions you would make in this new energy, in this new opportunity, if you didn't have the influence of a partner or the influence of the new soul family that are going to be coming in for you shortly after. So it's like figuring out who you are, the decisions you would make without the influence of anyone else in this new energy. So these new opportunities that come through, these new things changes that come through in your life, you're going to have a tiny moment, maybe just a month or two, where you're going to just kind of be more in a hermit mode to see who you are as a person, what you want in this new energy before you get influenced by others. Even if they inspire you and motivate you in beautiful ways, kind of seeing what you're like in this energy and what you want from this energy and what you would do in this energy first before getting influenced by all these beautiful, magical people coming into your life. Does that make sense? Master, and then I got Master of Raindrops, the King of Cups, emotional maturity. Yeah, this person has a lot of emotional maturity, which is very, very helpful. If they're very intelligent and then very emotionally mature, there is a lot that you two can do in order to help move you both in a positive direction. I got both. It can help you level up in career and in relationships. Both of you kind of cross paths at this time to help each other move in a better place in your career and your relationship. So whether this is temporary or long term, or if you don't know or you know, whatever, this is someone who is put on your path, so you can both help each other, level each other up for career and romantic relationships. Okay. And so what can you do with this energy? Coffin, endings bring new beginnings. Growth, change, liberation, transition. So we're talking specifically about this Mercury retrograde in Leo at this point. So what you can do is you're both going to be helping each other close out old relationship dynamics or healing or purging or whatever needs to be done in that regard in this girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So you two are meant to kind of help each other close out old relationship type of energy that you usually do with someone else. Like, even if you've done as much healing as you possibly can with all your past relationships, like romantic relationships, but also really strong friendship energies, people who liked you, people who you liked that didn't like you back, all that type of energy. Even if you've done as much as you can, there's always a little bit of inner work in regards to clearing out the energy that you can't do yourself. You have to do with a mirror or someone who's like a high level soulmate energy, you know? So this is a time during this Mercury retrograde in Leo where the both of you can help each other clear, put in a coffin, close out the deal with old energies and like kind of liberate each other from that old energy, kind of bring it up to clear it kind of thing, while having fun, enjoying this kind of banter and doing inner work with another high frequency energy. This is why this person is coming in. They're on a similar frequency as you. Whether you two are crossing paths to stay on the same path or just crossing paths and on parallel paths, it does not matter. This person was put on your path for this reason. And it's also Leo season, so it's like meant to have fun. And even though it's like Mercury retrograde where it's going to be a little bit more private, I feel like the two of you are going to have a blast just being with each other. It's going to boost your confidence. You guys are going to have fun with each other. And you guys are getting ready to be more out there. Whether it's to date other people or to date each other, you guys are really setting up the foundation for putting yourself out there, literally in terms of relationships. Whether it's romantic relationships or friendships or new like work dynamics or new life ideas, new life paths, and whatever it is. I am getting strongly relationship stuff here, but there is a little bit of career stuff in there as well. Just getting each other boosted and ready and leveled up. You've already done all the hard work, and this person has already also done a lot of the same hard work. You both have closing at the last bit of the last cycle and pushing each other into the new cycle, into the new level, into the new dimension, into this new life. This is why this person was put on your path. Okay, so what will come of this? What can you expect to see in your life from working on this energy, from doing this kind of work during Mercury retrograde? What can you see immediately after Mercury retrograde from this energy? Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Yeah, so this person, they are bringing you inner peace and you're bringing them inner peace. I feel like a lot of light workers, starseeds, are kind of like, oh my God, I've been going through chaos and so many challenges and lessons and spiritual work and inner work and changes in my life and this and that and the other thing. Like, can I just have peace? Can I just have peace? And some light workers and starseeds who are kind of in the middle of their journey or just beginning, they're kind of getting used to so much commotion and doing all this inner work that when it pops up, but a lot of us who are kind of closed out that like healing cycle, the initial spiritual awakening healing cycle, it really feels like, okay, now I'm ready for peace. I'm ready for peace and quiet. I'm ready to work on my garden. I'm ready to live in the middle of nowhere in a peaceful, beautiful, untouched land, or somewhere a little bit more peaceful and beautiful and where I can just go meditate outside kind of thing, you know? Definitely they need that type of energy. Okay. So what will come of this for you? The 7 of Cups. And we saw that here with the scarcity mindset. And it's like, I feel like closing out that scarcity mindset. You know how I said like that's kind of going to be a little bit of a block for people who are uncomfortable accepting the 5D and fully putting your faith in there. It feels kind of like you're going crazy. Like, oh my God, like I'm going to take this crazy risk and fully put myself in the belief that this is this whole energy thing and this whole divine universal thing and everything that I worked on is legit, and I'm going head in to the waters and fully into it, submersing myself into this energy and see what happens. Like, this person is going to help you kind of close out that scarcity mindset and go into 5D easier. And for you, you're going to do that for them as well. So this is like your moving into 5D energy buddy. I'm going to pull one more card just here to see if, like, is it just one person, or is it like few, or is it like a group? No, it's one person. And someone who is like physically close around you, because I do feel like this is a lot of like spending time in your home or in their home or somewhere like private. It is Mercury retrograde. This is kind of something that's happening in private, even getting comfortable being in 5D. That's happening more one-on-one, more in private, quietly, especially because people around you might not understand, people who are not aware and not awakened yet, especially, but even those who have started their journey but not quite there yet. It's just kind of, it's not like being bothered by other people. It's more kind of just like creating a bubble of safe, sacred, peaceful energy, and then working from the inward out, you know, kind of thing. You're creating inner peace. They're helping you create inner peace in many areas, and you two are kind of starting that, pushing each other into 5D and starting that, and it will manifest outwardly. So that's what's happening here. And last card, to close out this reading. Okay. We have plant seeds of intention. Yeah. Go, grow, and glow. Absolutely. That is absolutely what this person is here for. You two, I literally said that throughout this reading. This Mercury retrograde is all about planting seeds, putting in ideas, closing out the old version of yourself, resting it for good, working out old relationship dynamics and putting that away, having fun, getting used to expressing yourself, getting used to being in this 5D energy and not feeling crazy, and accepting the new 5D energies and all the magical things that come with being in that spiritual dimension, more so than not, 51% or more than not. Letting go of 3D, moving into 5D. And it's Mercury retrograde, so it's like there's going to be new things happening, but it's like behind the scenes, it's quiet, and it's more like planting seeds, brainstorming, getting ideas, starting the first few steps, but like in private, not really publicly announcing it, or doing the background work for it, brainstorming, that type of energy. All right, beautiful soul, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, really appreciate a comment. Much love and light.